Welcome back to How Fred Does It. Today we're going to go over how I'm building my dust filtration box for my shop. I'm fighting dust like most of you out there. So I've adopted the 4 filter 20 by 20 by 1 design, if you will. These are Filtrete MERV 12s. They were what was handy in the local box store. They're allergen, bacteria, and virus. So we'll give these a shot. I wanted to put one together and actually see how well it works in my environment here. So my main goal really with this project was more to become proficient with the table saw. Table saw is a fairly new tool for me. I mean, I have used table saws in the past for construction type functions. I have not done a lot of fine woodwork. I haven't really done any fine woodwork. So really what I wanted to do was learn how to set up a table saw for, cutting 45s so that they're nice and square, cutting out chamfers and offsets. So this fairly simple construction. I learned as I went through it that, for one thing, I made 4 brackets for my filters for the 3 brackets, 3 filters that will go around the side and the bottom. It's going to mount to the ceiling. And after I was all done, I realized, I only needed to do this on 2 of them. The other 2 could have only had the 1 chamfer or shoulder, if you will, for the filter to sit in, because it's going to have a flat piece of plywood over it because it's going to go against the ceiling. So, but that's okay. That's we're learning. I got practice. I learned a couple things in setting up the table saw and getting it repeatable. So basically let's bring the camera down here and show you a little bit more of what I've done. So I've got the fan sitting here in the front frame, and it's just I just got blue tape on it right now, just kind of holding it together, make sure everything fits. But so I've cut a shoulder out here to inset the fan about halfway in, and then I can just screw in through the side to mount the fan. Actually, probably what I'll do is use short screws from the inside of the fan metal into the wood frame. But the way this frame works out, when I set the fan in, I've got a notch here for the control, because this will be, as I said, on the ceiling. It will be hanging, the fan will actually be upside down so I can reach the control from the floor. But I'm going to have the power on a remote switch like many people do. But that fits in nice. And these corners worked out so that the round part of the corner is backed by wood. So I shouldn't have to worry about too much leakage there, as there's solid wood in the corners. And then basically what I did is I cut some double chamfer filter supports. That will go between the two frames. So I'm just going to take this out because that's going to be a little bit, it'll fall out if I'm not careful. But I've got the back frame. The back frame is all built, and that is squared up and nailed together for right now. So basically same thing. I built a chamfer, so cut out chamfer so that this will fit nice and flush, and I'll probably make some little wing arms or something out of some scrap just to make sure that stays in there. But so this will be the back, and this will be the front this way with the notch for the speed control facing down, so when it's on the ceiling I can reach it. And then what I've done is these chamfers, when they're mounted in here this way, I've got a there we go. I've got to get it the right direction here. There we go. Oh, for crying out loud, Fred, come on. The 3/4 inch. This way, okay. So I've got a 3/4 inch lip here so that my filter, there'll be one on the bottom, one on the top, and this is where I say I didn't need the extra chamfer on the top because I'm going to put a piece of 1/8 board across here. Filters should just sit in nice and tight, again flush. Now the way that I cut these, with the size of my box, I could not get, if I had to cut 3/4 deep here so that it matched correctly for the top filter, this would have been too narrow, wouldn't have had any strength at all. So the top filter, which will actually be the bottom, when it's hanging out the bottom, will actually not be fully flush. It'll stick out a little bit, but that's fine. That doesn't bother me. Again, kind of more learning effort with the table saw, and just learning how to better build some of this stuff. You know, a lot of these filter boxes are pretty intricate out there, and I wanted something, you know, fairly quick, fairly easy, something that would help me build my table saw skills and you know, fairly quickly get me a filter assembly. So we'll stop the jibber jabber, and we'll start the assembly, putting this together. All right, so we've got the box pretty much assembled now. I used pocket holes to go ahead and mount these filter brackets. So I've got those mounted all the way around. Filter, as I showed you before, fits nice and flush in the back. It'll fit nice and flush in the sides. I went ahead and put a top on it, so when we're screwed up against the ceiling, that'll be sealed. And then I decided to go ahead and put a round, well, cut it with a jigsaw. It's not perfectly round, but it's close enough. A little flashing in there. I guess a lot of the videos that I have seen report kind of weird turbulence in these corners where they're maybe getting some airflow back into the filter. So I decided to go ahead and put that in there that fits the circular space of the fan. And so we'll go ahead and get it mounted on a ceiling and get it all put together with the filters and the fan in it, and fire it up and see how it works. It's working out real well. So thank you for all coming out, and please subscribe and keep following along for more of the shop makeover and more projects. Thank you. Take care, all. Thanks for coming out and working together today. If y'all like this video, check out these videos and other projects. Leave me a comment. Check out my other links in the description, or subscribe for future videos from How Fred Does It. That's how we did it. Thanks all. Take care.